Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The question today is Donald Trump's speech protected by the First Amendment? So here we go. We see Donald Trump almost crying, and yesterday I saw him getting really scared when they were having this speech in Chicago. It's kind of sad it had to come up to that, but the truth is we are going to analyze is Donald Trump's speech protected by the First Amendment, especially now he's claiming that those protesters are taking away his First Amendment rights. Well, the truth is that the First Amendment doesn't protect hate speech, and that has been very clearly stated in many cases under the Supreme Court. There was a case actually in Chicago, which I'm going to put under this YouTube video, where the Supreme Court convicted someone who was inciting violence. Basically, in this case, that person was distributing leaflets against Negroes, which at the time was called was a name given to people, black people, African American, and unfortunately, now we are seeing this happening again in Chicago, and we are really saddened by this problem, because more and more we are seeing that, and I'm on the website of MSNBC right now, and saying for Rachel Maddow show, where he she clearly pointed out all the reasons why this thing has come to this point of so much hate and so much inclusion in the system, and it's very unfair and very sad to see the American politics going this way. So my question to all the law professors out there, and basically all those law guru out there, what do you think? Do you think Donald Trump's speech is protected by the Constitution? My point of view is that it's really a fine line at this point. It seems it's not, because if you look at what he said, first he said stuff that are already against the Constitution, basically saying he's going to change the law and make torture available. He also mentioned the fact that there's a bunch of stuff that he's planning to do, and it's very unfair. Look, here I kind of put the question to all the professors out there: Is the is his speech of inciting violence protected by the Constitution? And this is the angle that I think everybody should take at this point, because he said things against immigrants, that they are criminals, which is not backed really by anything. Then he said stuff like Muslims should be banned, which is a violation of the First Amendment right there. He also said he also incited people to punch other people in the face during his all his speeches and his rallies. So now the question is, are we going to allow this, or is it protected speech? Which means there are some serious issues in our system if there's a double standard. Having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I think a lot of things maybe Donald Trump's saying is resonating with people, so we need to address that. For example, a lot of people feel like the country is going the wrong side. Maybe I feel it, I don't feel it, but the truth is there should be some changes. That's true. But calling on violence and inciting violence is really disgraceful. He said it's disgraceful, but the truth is coming from his all his rallies. It's not coming from other people's rallies. And even the time of President Bush, when there was 9/11, this kind of things didn't happen in America. We pray to God that things will stop, and they will stop the violence and the rhetoric, especially from someone who has no clue about life, and who has been rich all his life and doesn't know really what his suffering is about. So this is my perspective from here. My conclusion: it is not protected under the First Amendment, and there are many cases to prove that by the U.S. Supreme Court. Let us hope someone is going to take him on filing a lawsuit, basically to stop him, or the government will actually come up and do something about this hate speech, especially the Republican Party. I call on them. They should make him stop, because this is wrong. While he can win the election, there's nothing wrong, but calling on people to hurt other people just because of their race is wrong. Definitely wrong in every books, in everything that we believe in. And God bless America. God bless the good people. Let's hope we get out of this without any problem.